All right, Coach Seb Hines, thank you for taking the time. First of all, I just want to get your initial thoughts on the match and how it feels to start off the season with three straight wins.
Yeah, that feels good. That sounds good as well. Everyone knows how difficult this league is and the parity within the league. San Diego are a very good team, very good, organised ball possession. I thought we did really well at times, but they were able to like pick us off, but not really create too many opportunities. So our attitude and the desire to get behind the ball once they did get through our initial press is something that we take a lot of pride in. But yeah, goals change games, and to get the first goal was brilliant. Another set piece goal that we worked very, very hard on. Obviously, they get themselves back into the game, which obviously we don't want to happen, and then show our character again to come back and get the penalty.
Awesome.
Seb, I know you talked about set pieces a lot this year, especially with the first game having double-digit corners and continuing on with, I think, 3 straight games with set piece goals now. Just your thoughts on the importance of that this season and how you've seen the team, apply that craft to action now.
I mean, it's so important. It's a moment, and we really train it. We are really focused on it, and that can determine an outcome of a game. So, both sides of the game, both boxes can dictate your win or loss. And it's great that we're getting the results, getting the opportunities, but capitalizing on those opportunities as well with some goals. And then defensively been solid. Everyone knowing their roles and responsibilities to keep it out.
Just wanted to ask very quickly about Haley, because in her last 4 home games that she's played, she's scored 4 goals now. What have you seen from her just offensively and her want to get more involved in that goal scoring aspect?
Yeah, I mean, as a midfielder, we've spoken about it. You probably have to be the most all-rounded player, and so for her, really, it's been a real focus in her game is adding goals to it, and so she's getting in the right areas. She's lively in the box. You can see that. Very similar to the to last year's goal she scored, where she just anticipates it, been in the right position and is able to execute. She's been tremendous. Ever since she got here, in all honesty, her energy, her desire, her willingness to go and press and track and get into the box, days like today just epitomizes it. And I thought she was tremendous again today.
Luis?
Thank you, Coach. Congrats on the win. San Diego is known for its attacking threats like Maria Sanchez and Adriana Leon. What adjustments did you make defensively to limit their impact?
Like you said, you've just named a couple of really quality players. Corley was Player of the Week last week. Cascarino as well. Played for Lyon and French international. So we're challenging ourselves against some really high quality players, no more than this week with their front line. I thought the back line, especially Kerry Abello, getting real tight to Cascarino, who's had, I think, 3 assists in the last 2 games. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think we tried to negate a lot of her opportunities to get into the attack and cause us problems. Obviously, it's disappointing conceding. We take a lot of pride in not conceding goals, but with that quality, sometimes it happens, and it's how you respond after it. And I thought we did well to respond with a goal and ultimately win the game.
Sean?
Earlier, Marta said that the team looked tired in the first half, and then you guys created a bunch of chances early in the second half. Can you talk about your halftime message and then how the team responded to that?
I mean, you play 12 o'clock in Orlando on a Saturday. It's not easy. As much as you want to prepare and get it right, I've been here 10 years. I've been here as a player and as a coach. We've never had this sort of situation. I think that, it's the consequences of winning sometimes. And so that's not going to change. First half, it was a little bit flat, a little bit lethargic, misplaced some tackles, misplaced some pressing moments, but we were still in the game. And again, you go 0-0. Who against a good team like San Diego, who have taken the league in multiple games since the start of the year, gives us a foundation to go on and affect things in the second half. And I think we certainly did that. We put more pressure on. We were a lot more calmer. Passing details were better in that second half and created a couple of opportunities to score.
Awesome.
I want to take you back to the penalty in the 75th minute, or the two penalties, I guess you could say. What did you kind of see in those moments, obviously, with the first penalty hitting off the post, the VAR, and then going back to the penalty for the second time for Martha?
I mean, Marty did everything right. It just unfortunately hit the post, but rules are rules, and I think the goalkeeper came off the line, so it's a retake. I think that's the rule, and that's how it is. So she has the opportunity to score the winning goal.
What do you think of the Panenka?
Yeah, it went in. That's all that matters, right? It went in.
Just wanted to ask you about the goal you conceded, because I know that's something you probably aren't happy about, with the quick throw-in coming off and just catching you guys a little bit off guard. What did you kind of see on that play?
Well, I'll talk about the yellow card that I received. The frustration is you get told what you have to do to make a substitution. So you have to hand the card in. You have to make sure the player is ready to go onto the field, and the next moment where the ball goes out of play, as far as I'm aware, that's an opportunity to make the substitution, and they allowed the play to continue. And I think that was where my frustration came from, because everything was in place, everything was in order, and we weren't able to make the substitution in that moment. And so obviously I showed my emotions in that moment. And yeah, I think that sometimes that happens, quick throw, delivery, confusion. At the back, we'll review it, we'll address it, and we'll make sure it doesn't happen again.